Get ready, sports fans, because the Roger Report is dropping the hottest takes and breaking down the most insane moments in sports. First up, we've got a nail-biter as the Dallas Cowboys and New York Giants went head-to-head in a game that had us on the edge of our seats. Dak Prescott and Russell Wilson battled it out in a fourth-quarter frenzy that ended with Brandon Aubrey's game-winning field goal. Then, we're diving deep into Russell Wilson's absolutely monster performance for the Giants, even though they couldn't quite pull off the win. And you won't believe the INT that sealed the deal in that Giants-Cowboys clash. Finally, we're talking about the unbelievable comeback that had everyone talking this week. You do not want to miss this. Hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and join the Roger Report family right now. Dak Prescott and Russell Wilson just put on an absolute show in a game that will go down in the record books. This wasn't just any Week 2 matchup. It was an instant classic between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants that went down to the wire, showcasing a level of offensive firepower rarely seen. In a game that saw the lead change hands multiple times in the final minutes, it was Brandon Aubrey who ultimately sealed the deal for the Cowboys, drilling a 46-yard field goal as time expired in overtime to secure a thrilling 40-37 victory. The duel between Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott and Giants signal caller Russell Wilson was the centerpiece of this epic contest. Wilson was sensational, throwing for 450 yards and 3 touchdowns, even giving the Giants a late lead with a spectacular 48-yard touchdown pass to Malik Neighbors with just 25 seconds left in regulation. But Prescott, who finished with 361 yards and 2 touchdowns, responded by leading the Cowboys downfield for Aubrey's game-tying 64-yard field goal as regulation ended. The overtime period was tense, with both teams battling for position until a crucial interception by Cowboys safety Donovan Wilson set up Aubrey's heroics. The game was also marred by a staggering number of penalties, with the Giants committing 14 for 160 yards, a testament to the high stakes and intense emotions on the field. Fans are buzzing about the sheer offensive explosion and the incredible comeback efforts from both teams, with many calling it one of the most exciting games of the season already. The debate rages on about whether this performance signals a turning point for either team, despite the outcome. But was that the most talked-about moment of the week? Stick around as we uncover the incredible individual performance that almost stole the show. Next, we're dissecting Russell Wilson's incredible outing and the pivotal interception that decided the Cowboys-Giants thriller. Russell Wilson delivered a performance for the ages, but it wasn't enough to secure a win for the New York Giants. Despite a Week 1 struggle, Wilson bounced back in a massive way against the Dallas Cowboys, proving he still has plenty of game left, even in a losing effort. In a game that ultimately ended in a heartbreaking 40-37 overtime loss to the Cowboys, Russell Wilson put on an offensive clinic, throwing for an astounding 450 yards and 3 touchdowns on 30 of 41 passing. His performance was highlighted by a remarkable display of deep ball accuracy, including a stunning 48-yard touchdown pass to Malik Neighbors that gave the Giants a late lead in the fourth quarter. This was a monumental rebound from his Week 1 outing, silencing some of the early doubts about his capabilities as the Giants' quarterback. However, the Giants' inability to capitalize in the red zone, settling for multiple field goals instead of touchdowns, and a costly overtime interception thrown by Wilson himself ultimately proved to be their undoing. Giants fans are in awe of Wilson's resurgence, but the frustration of another loss to the Cowboys, coupled with the team's persistent red zone issues and undisciplined penalties, is palpable across social media. But that game-sealing interception, it's a moment that has social media absolutely exploding. Next, we're diving into the crucial turnover that decided the Cowboys and Giants' wild overtime showdown. That moment when a game-winning drive turns into a game-losing mistake. In a back-and-forth thriller between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants, it was an ill-advised deep ball from Russell Wilson that landed directly into the hands of Cowboys safety Donovan Wilson in overtime. With the Giants and Cowboys locked in a fierce battle that eventually went into overtime, Russell Wilson, after an incredible statistical performance, attempted a deep pass under pressure. This risky throw proved to be a critical error, as Donovan Wilson intercepted the pass at the Dallas 30-yard line, effectively ending the Giants' hopes of winning. This turnover set the stage for the Cowboys' game-winning field goal, capping off a dramatic 40-37 victory for Dallas. The interception was a particularly painful moment for Giants fans, coming immediately after Wilson had orchestrated a stunning comeback to force overtime. The Giants faithful are lamenting Wilson's decision-making in that critical overtime moment, feeling it overshadowed his otherwise brilliant performance and handed the victory to their rivals. That interception was certainly a turning point, but what about the incredible individual performances that led to such a wild game? Next, we're going to break down the stunning plays that define that Giants-Cowboys overtime epic. It was a moment of pure football drama that had fans on the edge of their seats. In the dying moments of an overtime thriller between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants, a crucial interception by Donovan Wilson sealed the fate of the game. As the game hung in the balance during overtime, New York Giants quarterback Russell Wilson, under pressure, launched a deep pass that was intercepted by Dallas Cowboys safety Donovan Wilson. This pivotal turnover occurred at the Dallas 30-yard line, immediately giving the Cowboys excellent field position and snuffing out the Giants' chance to secure a victory. The interception was the culmination of a wild game that saw both quarterbacks, Dak Prescott and Russell Wilson, put up impressive numbers, with the Cowboys ultimately prevailing 40-37 thanks to a last-second field goal by Brandon Aubrey. The play itself became an instant highlight, symbolizing the dramatic swings of fortune in one of the season's most exciting matchups. Fans are dissecting that interception, with many calling it the defining play of the game and a testament to the defensive intensity of the Cowboys. That interception was a game-changer, but what else made this week's sports news unmissable? Stay tuned as we recap all the biggest stories and give you the full download. And that's a wrap on another explosive episode of the Roger Report. We saw Brandon Aubrey kick the Cowboys to victory over the Giants in a game that had everything. Russell Wilson put up huge numbers for the Giants in a losing effort, and Donovan Wilson snagged a game-sealing interception. What a week of sports. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more epic sports breakdowns, ring the notification bell so you never miss an update, drop a comment with your hottest takes, and follow us on all our social channels. We'll see you next time.